Hey guys, thanks for joining us back in the shop today. This is a unique video because I have something cool to tell you about. I haven't been posting much lately. It's just been a stunning amount of stuff going on and a lot of stuff going on. But I was able to record another episode of the podcast that I'm going to be posting later today. And you need to know a little bit about this because this is really, really cool. And I'm super excited. I want to share this with you guys. So, when I had the idea, it might be 3 or 4 years ago, to talk about, is this worth doing this podcast at all, to tell the stories, not the stats, those are available online, but the stories of crap we've done that are either stupid or ridiculous or hilarious, sometimes all the above. And so I called a couple people to see what they thought. I called Garrett Bateman and see what he thought. Yeah, it's great. And he bugged me every day for about 3 years. When are we doing it? When are we doing it? So we finally did it. Hilarious, very funny. The other one I called, though, was Jerry DARIEN. And most of you that follow me at all know that Jerry is a mentor of mine, and that's where I bought this car 112 years ago now. And but the history of Jerry is pretty astounding. And Jerry is pretty astounding because he is such a legend in what we do in the A-Fuel world. And the podcast will address that. It's wonderful. But here's the deal. We recorded that podcast, I think about 3 weeks ago now, when we had the Woodburn doubleheader regional event in the middle of July. Okay, well, coincidentally, today happens to be August 9th, Friday, August 9th. Why does that matter? Why do you care? Well, you don't have to, except that today is Jerry's birthday. Today, Jerry's turning 79 years old. And I know that because we talked about it when I recorded the podcast. And so Super Tech Sean and I, he's on the other side of the phone there, recording this, have been working to get this thing ready to post. And Jerry said, well, send me a link or however you do that. When you get that done, I want to see it. Well, I've watched it and it's awesome. But here's the crazy part. Jerry's one of the wittiest people I've ever met in my life. He's hilarious. So when I got this all scheduled, I told Sean, I said, this is going to be hilarious. You're going to love this. This guy's so funny. And there's a lot of laughter. There is. But the Jerry DARIEN that I interviewed that night, I had never talked to before. And here's what I mean by that. He's very funny, he's very witty. But that night, he was contemplative and he got emotional. I've been with Jerry for, God, 25, 30 years, never one time seen anything that I felt like really touched his heart. Well, speaking of which, when I started this whole deal, I decided that the only way this could work, that anybody like you folks that giving up your valuable time to watch this crap, people want authenticity. Authenticity is almost never available on social media, for Christ's sake. We take pictures of our meals, like every meal we eat looks like that. We take glamour shots that are computer aided, and want everybody to believe we look like that every day. We get out of bed looking like this, some glamour shot. Everything's fake, everything's crap. And I guess there's people who are attracted to it because some of those channels make a lot of money, but my crowd isn't. They want authenticity. So I'm going to be really authentic with you because some of this authentic means we don't talk about the problems. We just talk about all the good stuff. We never talk about problems. Well, my life's no different than yours. This is extremely hard to make all this stuff work. And I want you guys to understand because you all have things in your life you're pursuing. And I know that it's easy to feel alone and like, man, who gives a crap and why keep trying? Because I feel that way. So I'm no better than any of you. I've just been slugging away at this for a long time. But the coolest part is that there's people that I get strength from who look in after me, and Mr. DARIEN is one of them. And some of the timing of his phone calls are just like, how did you know now? I don't know how to answer that, but it's just been a really, really important relationship. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that part of life, and that he doesn't even know that's going to post today on his birthday. But I want to tell you a little bit about what we were doing. So it's a lot of fun. But if you guys know Jerry, that you follow me, all you guys know Jerry. If any of you guys have been friends with DARIEN for a long time, you're going to hear some stories I bet you haven't heard before. There's some crazy stuff. And we talk not only about all the drivers he's trained, because that's what he's famous for, but we talk about why he helps people the way he does, like me. And that's where I learned some history that really touched him deeply. It was awesome. That's authenticity, for God's sake. It was awesome. And so I encourage you to, after we're done with this here shortly, check out that podcast, which we will post here in a few hours. But I wanted to get this up and tell y'all what we had done and how cool this is and how excited I am. And my birthday gift to Jerry today is getting his damn podcast posted, and it's a hoot. So we'll be back with you, and I hope that you guys will follow this and check it out and comment and ask questions, and I'll do everything I can to answer them, and we'll catch y'all soon. Thanks for your time, guys.